Hello everyone, hope you're well. Welcome to part 6 of our Basics of Options YouTube course by Techvity Investing. The usual disclaimer here that this is only for educational or entertainment purposes only. No advice is being solicited here. So now that we have finished understanding call options and put options, we have understood the terminologies related to it, we have understood uh, the strike price, the premium paid, the payoff charts, the expiry scenarios, nomenclature. We have also seen option chain briefly. We will again come to it later. It's now time to go to the business end of things. We'll learn some important terms in this video. We'll learn what are moneyness of an option, what is open interest for every strike price, and we will touch upon what Greeks are. Right? So first, some important things you need to know. Options are firstly guaranteed by the exchange. So you don't have to worry as an option buyer whether the seller of the option will pay you money or not. Okay? It is a responsibility that the exchange takes, that even if the seller defaults through some means, you will still get your money. So you don't have to worry about it. So like in the case of one-on-one transactions, seller can just run away and then you have to go to the court of law to fight your battle. Here it is guaranteed by the exchange, so that's a great thing. Options are available for stocks, bonds, forex, commodities, right? We've only discussed stocks, but you also have options for bonds, forex, and commodities. Indian bond market options are not very traded. Forex are quite well traded. So there are four forex pairs that are traded in India: US dollar India, Indian rupee. Then you've got yeah, Indian rupee to Japanese yen, Indian rupees to Britain pound, and you've got Euro USD kind of trades, right? And commodities are also traded on via the MCX exchange in India, right? So various commodities have some liquidity. You've got crude, gold, some other metals like copper, etc. Right? So for stocks, expiry in India is the last Thursday of every month, and like we discussed, that index like Nifty and Bank Nifty have weekly options as well, for which every Thursday of the week is expiry for those options. So here we will discuss about a very important but a little tricky to understand regulation by SEBI with regards to physical delivery of in the money stock options. I will try to simplify it as much as possible. Also, will be leaving a few links in the description that explain this concept in greater detail for people who are interested in understanding. But if you'll remember the previous videos, especially the third and the fifth videos, where we described expiry scenarios for call options and put options. When the option has intrinsic value, for example, let's take an example of a call option buyer or a put option buyer. When the option has an intrinsic value, there is a profit to be made, right? So in such situations, what we discussed is that the profit that will be made will be the intrinsic value of the option minus the premium you pay into the lot size. Correct? That was as simple as that. However, SEBI has brought this new rule out that if an option has intrinsic value when it expires, physical delivery needs to be made. Now you'll ask, what does physical delivery mean? Physical delivery means that you have to actually deliver or accept the total number of shares. Okay, for example, if you are having say Reliance and the lot size is 250, you have to purchase or sell, depending on whether it's a call or put option, 250 shares by putting all the capital inside it. Let us try to understand in little bit more detail. I know you guys are confused, bear with me. If a call option expires in the money, okay, a call option buyer is nothing but a bullish person. So that person is actually tried to purchase the shares, correct? So he needs to pay full money and accept the shares. I will also take an example. Similarly, the call option who has seller has to ensure that delivery of the shares has to be made to the option buyer. So the call option seller should have the shares on the date of expiry, or should ensure that he is able to buy those shares to deliver to the option buyer, and option buyer has to pay for those shares. Similarly, for put options that expire in the money or have intrinsic value, basically that means the put option has expired below the strike price of the option. In such a case, the option buyer should actually deliver the shares to the seller. Option buyer has to sell the shares because put long is actually a short position. Option buyer has to sell the share and option seller has to accept the delivery of the shares by paying for it. Let us take an example before you start scratching your head. Little bit complicated to understand, but it is important to understand. Bear with me. Let us take an example of this physical delivery. The trade is Reliance June 2100 strike price call option one lot. One lot is worth 250 shares, which was purchased for rupees 50. Okay, so you are a call option buyer with strike 2100 for Reliance, and the spot price on the at the time that you purchase is 2050. Okay, the premium you pay, how much premium do you pay? Simple, to lot size into the value of the option, that is 250 into 50, that is equal to 12,500 rupees. But actually when you are buying a 2100 Reliance option, what you are actually doing is you are saying that I know I am willing to own Reliance at 2100 rupees, okay, by paying 12,500 rupees, correct? So average contract price when you are owning 250 shares of Reliance for 2100 rupees, that is the strike price, is nothing but 250 into 2100, that is 5,25,000. Okay, so this is the average contract price. Okay, so what you are essentially saying is that I don't mind owning 250 shares of Reliance for 2100 by paying only 12,500 rupees right now. Okay, is this clear? So now let's look at the example of in the money or intrinsic value expiry. Basically the expiry happened at 2175. For your benefit, on the right the original trade details is still mentioned here. Okay, so intrinsic value is 75. How does that come? Expiry at spot at expiry minus the strike price, that is 2175 minus 2100, that is 75. Okay, so this is quite simple. So clearly the option buyer has made some money. Okay, so in the case of physical delivery, what this means is that option buyer has to purchase 250 shares from the seller at 2100 rupee. Okay, so option seller has to sell those shares to the buyer at 2100 rupees, but we all know that current value of the share is 2175. So basically option seller has to sell the shares for a cheaper price to the buyer. So buyer does make a profit. So buyer needs to pay 5,25,000 rupees to receive shares worth 5,43,000 rupees. Okay, I'll further refine it for you. Okay, let's take two examples, one in which no physical delivery is required and the other in which cash is required. Okay, I will prove to you that in both the cases your profit is the same, but one is a little more unattractive than the other, and we'll discuss it why. Let's only look at the cash delivery example first. Okay, first example on the left side, premium you pay is 12,500. We know that the intrinsic value was 75 and we know that the premium paid at spot was 50, right? So net profit is nothing but 250 into 75 minus 50, that is 6250, right? So we know that break even point would have been strike price plus the premium paid, that is 2100 plus 50. So 2150 would have been the break even price. We know that the share has expired at 2175, so there is 25 rupees benefit, right? So 25 rupees benefit into 250, 6250 is the profit. Now in the case of physical delivery, premium initially you paid the same one, intrinsic value also is the same, but when you accept the delivery you have to pay 5,25,000 rupees. How is 5,25,000 calculated? It is the average contract value. It is nothing but the lot size into the strike price, 250 into 2100. Okay, but actually the value of the share is 250 into 2175, right? So 5,43,750. So basically what you are doing is you are getting shares worth 5,43,750 by paying 5,25,000 rupees. So what is your net profit? The difference between those two and the initial premium that you paid. So 543 minus 525 minus 12,500. So that also comes out to 6250. Both of them come to 6250. So essentially from a profit and loss perspective, there is no difference at all between a cash or a physical settlement. But In physical settlement you require much more capital. How do I mean this? Because you have to accept the delivery by paying this 5,25,000 rupees. However, in cash settlement you don't have to do any of those things. You don't have to pay, you don't have to accept physical delivery. You simply go for the exchange will simply give you the profit on addition to your premium. So even if you had only 12,500 rupees in your account, at the end of the month you would have 12,500 plus 6,250. So we have only taken the example for call long. You can also take example similarly of call short, put long, put short, right? But I hope this clears it a little bit. Okay, what I am trying to say is avoid going for physical delivery if you're trading in options. Okay, because there is no option of cash settlement in stock options. When is it not allowed? When you allow it to expire in the money. Okay, so how do you do cash settlement of stock options in this case? It's very simple. You do not let the option expire. Before expiry itself you exit the position. Basically, for example, let's say Reliance expiry for June was, let's assume, on the 24th of June. Okay, because 24th of June was the last Thursday of the month. So what you do is on the 20th of June itself you exit the long option that you purchased. Maybe the long option value was currently trading at say 65 rupees, right? Original premium you paid was 50 rupees. You'll still make a 15 rupee profit on that trade. So what I'm trying to tell you for the first time here is you don't have to hold the option till expiry, because these options are constantly traded. There is someone always buying and selling. You can always exit your position at a profit or a loss. Okay, this is called as a cash settlement before expiry. Okay, in the case you are having the capital and you're willing to accept the delivery of the shares or give the delivery of the shares, as may be the case, you can wait, let the option expire. There is no problem. And finally, if you feel that your position is very strong, okay, what you can do is you can do a rollover. Okay, so basically what you can do, on the 20th of June, 3 or 4 days before the expiry takes place, you can exit your option position. Okay, book that profit in the cash settlement mode, no need for physical settlement mode, and you can buy the option for the July expiry, next month expiry. You can buy the same option. Okay, and there is no problem in that case. So there is no need to go for physical delivery unless you have the capital and that's your strategy. But most of the people prefer a cash delivery, so you can exit before the option expires. All options are actively traded, so you don't have to wait till expiry. We only have discussed expiry scenarios because they are very easy to contemplate, but you have to understand that option price will keep changing with the change in the share price. It's a very dynamic thing. Okay, and it will keep changing. So you have the option of exiting the position even 5 minutes after you enter it. Maybe you bought Reliance call option strike 2100 for 50 rupees. 5 minutes after that it's trading at 52 rupees. You can say I'm okay with this, I'll exit it. You make a 2 rupee profit. Okay, 2 rupee into 250 lot size, 500 रुपए आपका बन गया. You make a 500 rupee profit. So what I am trying to say here is avoid the physical delivery of stock options. Don't let them expire in the money. Of course, if they do not expire with intrinsic value, there is no need for physical delivery. Okay, only if they expire with intrinsic value there is physical delivery, right? So my suggestion is square off at least 3 days before expiry. Okay, and important point for index options which are very highly traded in volume, Nifty and Bank Nifty, the good news for you is that there is no need for physical delivery. Okay, you can simply do cash delivery, or like this example where everything is good. Okay, all the examples that we took are valid, so cash delivery is awesome. Okay,